Okay. This should be the last of them. There, and one more correction. Oh, lovely grammatical error. Okay. That's that, and... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, one more pile to go. It's okay, Zhu Yuan. Don't lose your cool. Okay. There, and start with this little chunk. And hopefully move through it quickly, but I guess we'll have to see. And it's super dark already. Super nice. Alright. Just keep working at it. There, and... Okay. It's ugly from the same case, so let's tackle this chunk first and then move on to the next one. 6 p.m. The date, times. Everything looks correct on this one. Good way to sum that up would be this. Hello there. Oh, Jane. I didn't know you worked today. Oh, I didn't. I only came in to check on a certain someone. How have you been? Oh, I see you're having a lot of fun without me. I'm not doing much, just filling out paperwork. Oh, exciting. I thought I was done, but there's a lot left to do, so if you don't mind me, I'm gonna try and, finish this, and hopefully go home at a semi-reasonable time tonight, but I don't really have much hope for that. I've been out for a couple of weeks, so I thought I'd drop by. It doesn't seem like there's much for me to do, but I see you look pretty stressed. I'm not that stressed. It's fine. Though, you're still very pretty after a long shift. Can't say the same for myself. Oh, thank you. Don't beat yourself up like that, though. I'm not trying to beat myself up about it. Just trying to give a pretty girl a compliment. Is that a problem? Jane, I appreciate the teasing. The compliments, but, I'm just trying to focus and get this done. The longer I wait, and the longer I dilly-dally, the longer this is gonna take to get done. No, I'm not saying don't finish your work. All I'm saying is that you look like you need a break. Why don't you just call it for the night? I get what you're saying, but Zhu, how long have you been here? It looks like quite a while by the bags under your eyes. And don't get me wrong, you're still just as beautiful as you are without them. But they're noticeable. Is it really that bad? Sorry. Listen to me. I'll climb into your lap if that's what you need to be focused on something else other than work. You really don't need to do that. But I'm worried about you. Okay. I'm listening. Obviously, this paperwork can wait until morning. Somebody else can figure it out for you. You don't need to do everything yourself. Right, but if I get it done now, it's less work on other people, and I have something to focus on, and... Zhu. When you work like this, I know you have other things on your mind. This is textbook hyper-focusing on work to avoid your problems. I know there's something else going on. Zhu, you gotta talk to me. Otherwise, I can't help you. Let me, please. Okay. Why don't we relocate to the office couch? I feel like a conversation might be more appropriate there. I just don't want to get distracted by the paperwork and stuff. I'm sure we can divide it out to other subordinates tomorrow morning, and I'll leave it for tonight. That's my girl. All right, let's get going, shall we? Yeah, I'll come with. You're lucky it's not a long walk. That way I can just bug you when we get there. But I do want to preface, since there's nobody here, I wouldn't mind being a little more cuddly. The cameras can see whatever they want to. Whether or not someone reports it, that's up to them. I don't really care. I can wipe the footage later anyway. Jane, let's not joke about that too much. We're almost there anyway. If we just take a second to chat, I'm sure this stress will go away like it's nothing. Right. Why don't we sit down and you start by telling me what's on your mind? How are you feeling? What's going on inside that pretty head of yours? Okay. I'm feeling bad. Just bad? Surely there's another word you can use for it. Maybe a few more words? Don't try and deflect on me. Remember, behavior is kind of my specialty. I can tell when you're telling the truth and when you're not. I'm not trying to deflect the question. I'm just trying to find the words, okay? Give me a second. Sorry. I was only teasing. I don't intend on pushing you too far. I just want you to be comfortable. And I'm willing to give you all the patience you need. But I would like you to open up. I'm feeling bad because of some personal stuff that recently happened, and it's made my mind race. I'm thinking a lot more about certain things that I didn't think I needed to think about. It's family stuff. Stuff with people, and it's making me think about time and life, maybe even death, and I'm stressed. I see. Family can be quite the sensitive topic. I know you're quite the sensitive person, Zhu Yuan, and you're a family person as well. So this is a very touchy topic. I'm not quite sure who you're worried about. I'd like for you to explain more, but you don't have to. Right. Yeah. This stress that you're processing, I can see it's still weighing quite heavy on you. You're still working through it. And it might be more complicated than you're letting on, which I get. You don't need to pick it apart or try to relinquish it like it's some sort of demon. You just gotta let it flow through you and manage it. Not by overworking yourself or doing paperwork until your fingers are numb, but actually taking time to process it. Have you considered any time off, maybe? Right, I get what you're saying about managing it. And I don't take time off, but I could. It's just, it's a little rough considering the workload lately. I've been just trying to take things off of other people's plates, in a sense. I might be using it as a coping method. I recognize that. Right. I get it. Everyone's got their vice. Yours just happens to be more work. More work. Which isn't the best, but it's good that you recognize it's not entirely healthy. Jane, I'm really trying not to deflect this or avoid it. I know when we go home, it's just gonna carry on, so... Yeah. It's probably a better idea to just tackle it here and not let it follow me home and haunt me for the rest of the night. I'm still working through it and it's gonna take a bit. But yeah, if we talk about it now, it'll be better for the both of us, especially me. And I appreciate you trying to get it out of me, even if I'm stubborn and don't really want to talk about my feelings. You're talking to the master of disguise and of lies occasionally. Trust me, I know all too much about wanting to lie away your feelings or simply cover it up with some sappy story. Even if it's not true to you, it might feel better to do that. But I promise you, the more honest you are, the better it'll do you. Right. Well, okay. I'm worried about my mom. She was in a small accident recently. It wasn't anything huge, nothing crazy. She's not dying, but it was the first time she'd shown her age in a while. And the reality of that really scares me. The future scares me about all that. And like I said, she's fine. My mom is fine, but it's the reality that as I get older, she gets even older, and her body is slowly failing her. She's aging. Everybody does. It's just scary realizing that. That's how it's gonna be. And time, aging, that's something I can't stop. I just hope time is easy on her. But yeah, that's what's been on my mind. So come here. I'm really sorry. I hope things get better for you. Time isn't something we all have infinite usage of, but it's something we can learn to value, learn to navigate. It's never something within our control. Managing it, sure, but stopping it, reversing it, none of that is possible. So take in the time you have with her now. And my advice would be to learn to recognize that people can be loved, cherished, valued, and excited for their life at any point. No matter how old she is, she still has so much time to enjoy herself. I know you'll help her learn about that. And I know you'll love her all the same, no matter how old her body gets, no matter how much time progresses. She knows you love her. She knows that deep, deep in her heart. Anyone who's loved by you knows that, Ju. Right, I'm still learning about that. To me, my parents are just my parents. I'm still very close with my mother, despite my age, and I'm sure I'd be close with my father, too, if he was still, But regardless, spending time with your parents, being this close to them, that's not something everyone gets to say. But that being said, it's all the more important when I notice changes like that. You don't notice it every day because it happens slowly over time. But when things like that happen, when they get hurt, when you see their age, it hurts. It really, really hurts. I don't know how to fix that. Or really fully cope with it yet. So I'm just taking it slow. And hoping that my mom knows I'll be there for her. Oh, Ju. I'm sure she knows. Now, why don't you just relax? Let me snuggle up to you. Massage you for a bit. And get your mind off of things. Yeah, that'd be nice. Thanks, Jane. I'll try to relax a little bit. There you go. Just relax. There's nothing you need to worry about. Focus on the tingles. Everything's gonna be okay, Joe. You'll be alright. That tickles a bit. Thank you, Jane. I feel very loved. Yes, it feels nice. And I didn't even have to ask. That's it. Just relax. Such soft hair. By the way you're leaning back, I can assume this feels pretty good. You know, I feel like we often underestimate dogs, but to be fair, head scratches feel pretty great. They might be onto something, but who am I to tell? I'm just a mouse. It's helping. I just Still can't fully distract myself. I just hope she's okay. Work's been so all-consuming, and I want to be there as much as I can. You shouldn't worry so much. I know your mother. She's every bit as tough as you are. You've got nothing to worry about. You're right. I should have more faith in her. She's a strong person. I don't doubt she'll... Hey, wait. You've never met my mother. I've never introduced you to her. Jane? Oh, well, that might not be the case, but... Seeing as strong as you are, Zhu Yuan, I would assume, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Am I wrong about your mother's disposition, or... I'll let this go for now, but just know I'm suspicious. You're not wrong about my mother. It's just a bit weird to make a statement so personal when I don't believe you two have met. But, yeah, that is true. Then, I guess in a way, I'm still telling the truth. It's a correct statement. What's wrong about it? There's nothing wrong about it. And I'm starting to feel a little better about everything. How's it been back at the office? I know you've been out for a while, so I'm hoping everything's just as good as usual. Oh, of course. Everything's just as spick and span as I left it. However, the coffee machine seems to have, took its last breath while I was gone. Yeah, the coffee machine's been broken for a while. I've been trying to get someone to fix it, but not much luck lately. That's all right. I'm sure everyone's pretty busy. Not as busy as you, of course. A little birdie told me there are some new hires. How's that going for you? Yes, there were some new people. They don't work super long shifts yet. They're still training. I take it they're promising little soldiers. Yeah, most of them are great. I'd say I see a lot of potential. Something my father would definitely say about them too. But some of them or a few of them, it's not a majority. They're just a bit harder to train. A little emotional. They take everything really personally, and it makes me feel like some sort of tyrant. You know I'm really not trying to be. Of course. You're anything but a tyrant, Zhu Yuan. I'm sure they'll understand. The more you work at this job, the more you learn. Besides, you're a great teacher. If they don't pick up on it, well, maybe it's a lost cause. Hey, on a more serious note, promise you'll call me if your thoughts get really bad. Even if I'm on the job and you blow my cover, I don't care. I want you to know I'll be there for you, and I'm willing to sacrifice the time. Yeah, I'll try. Even if you're on a job, I know it's important to maintain this relationship. After all, you can always be my knight in shining armor if you blow my cover, right? Yeah, and I promise I'll take it easy. All right, good. I'll keep you to your word. Now, it's really, really late. Maybe we should get going. I'm down for a home-cooked meal if you are. That sounds lovely. Great. But my little hands are cold. Won't anybody hold them? Yeah, we can hold hands. Oh, you're my savior. Finally, out of the building. I know, I'm finally free. Right? If I hadn't rescued you, you might have worked yourself to death. Lucky I came swooping in. Hey, you will cover me though, right? If you ever, blow my cover with a phone call. After all, it could get really bad if they figure out I'm not who I say I am. Oh, come on, don't be dramatic. I'm sure I won't even need to do that. Oh, pity.